YouTube. I know I've been gone for a minute between moving and trying to get settled in here and starting a new job, being in school and getting a dog. I can't remember if I said that. It's just been a lot. So I've been gone for a minute. I'm hoping to come back more regular. I've been trying to upload every week. Hasn't been happening the way I want it to, so hopefully I can get back on top of that. But back in June, I bought a wig and then I forgot that I bought it. It was from, this is actually it right here. I believe it's called Eon Hair. This guy right here. And I bought it back in June, and I believe it's an Asian owned company. So it didn't get sent to me until like the end of July, so I had forgotten that I bought it. So while I am bleaching these knots, I actually want to talk about something that had been on my mind for a while. And starting this channel and like introducing Ian and everything to it, I've gotten a lot of like weird questions or assumptions about my relationship. So I just wanted to, you know, speak about a few of those things while I bleach these knots. So the first one, and I know a lot of other AMBW couples or any type of interracial couples do talk about this quite a lot, and it's about like fetishizing, you know, the other's race. So just putting it out there, I don't have an Asian guy fetish. I mean, growing up when I was in middle school and a little bit into high school, I liked anime. Detective Conan is still one of my favorite animes. But yeah, it wasn't really being like, oh, I'm gonna marry an Asian guy and go to Japan or whatever. Like, I've never been to an Asian country. They're really far. I'm not sure if I ever will go. I mean, maybe go to the Philippines with Ian one of these years, but yeah, no. So I don't have a fetish, and I'm not only interested in Asian men. I feel like that's another one that comes up quite often, is that I only look for Asian men. I think I mentioned in my How We Met video that he's actually the first Asian guy that I've dated. So yeah, not really. I'm not only interested in Asian men. I wasn't necessarily seeking out to date an Asian guy. On Bumble, I think I had it was back when you could like put your race preference, and I think I had it set to everything except for white men, just because I've dated someone white in the past, and I feel like there's just a lot of things that weren't understood because, you know, yeah, like I said, Ian was my first Asian guy that I've ever dated. We don't work out. I don't know if I'm gonna date someone Asian in the future. Equal opportunity type of girl here. My last relationship that I was in for 6 or 7 years, he was full black. The one before that, he was black and Hispanic, so I really only dated, and then like in high school I had a white boyfriend. The other thing that I get quite often, hold on, let me scoop this out. I'm probably gonna mess up these knots because I'm not paying attention whatsoever. Yeah, so another thing that I get quite often is like, oh, you must hate black men. That's why you date outside of your race. Like, again, not true. I've only dated, well, mainly only dated black men in the past. Show this up. And I don't hate black men. Like I said, if Ian and I don't work out, probably gonna date black guy in the future, or honestly, I don't know, anybody. But yeah, I don't hate black men. I have a wonderful black father. My mother only married black men, and I'm good with that. But yeah, so that's something else that I get quite often in the, I forgot how strong this is, that I get quite often in the comments is, that I delete, of course, but like, oh, you hate black men, which is not true. Something else I get is people assume that I'm dating someone who's not black because I want light-skinned kids or I want mixed kids. So this one will be short and sweet. I have no desire to have kids. I do not want kids. I don't foresee myself ever having kids in the future. I believe God has put it in a lot of people's hearts to have kids, and I also believe that there are just people out there that are not meant to have kids. I believe I'm one of those people, Ian's aware of that. It's something that I usually talk about very soon when I start dating someone, because my mind's not going to be changed on that. I don't want kids, so I'm not trying to create some like mixed baby blasian kids or whatever. Like that's not my, it's not my goal. It's not what I'm trying to do. So yeah, sorry to disappoint. If that's where you thought this was going. But I mean, if Ian and I get married, great. But no kids. No, I mean, whatever God's will is, of course, that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm also gonna do absolutely everything in my power to make sure that I don't have kids. So. Last one that I had here was for like, I also get this comment quite a lot, where someone's usually like, why is she with him? He must have money. That's the only reason why she's like dating an Asian guy, is because he must buy her things, and which is just so bizarre to me, because I feel like if I were with a black guy, I wouldn't get those comments. Like, I don't think people would be like, oh, she's with this black guy because he's buying her things, or, you know, he has money or whatever. So it's just, I don't know. That comment is always weird to me. I get it quite often. Like, why am I not capable, or not capable, but why do people think that because I'm with someone that's not black, it's not because I love that person, or because they treat me well, or, you know, there's mutual respect there, we get along, he's my best friend. You know, like, the main reasons why people date and fall in love with someone is because of those things, but people see him and they're just like, oh, he must be spending money on her. And that's not the case. Like, when I met Ian, I was living on my own, paying my own stuff. It's still like that. I mean, we split bills now, but before I met him, I was paying everything by myself, and I was doing just fine. I do think we each give each other like really nice gifts. If you watched his birthday video, I bought him a guitar for his birthday, and for Christmas I got him some North Faces, and he got me an Apple Watch. And you know, I do think we give each other nice birthday gifts, but it's very equal. It's not like he's spending a ton of money on me and I'm not doing anything in return, or, you know. So yeah. Also, there's this other thing that I saw where I'm sure it's a thing, but it's like black women dating outside of their race because they're leveling up. So it's like, if you're dating someone that's not black, then that man is like, you know, better than a black man, which I think is ridiculous. But I've seen that quite often, where it's like, oh, because I'm not with a black guy, I'm doing better, which, again, don't think is ever the case, because you're gonna have trash people, male and female, or however you identify, because, you know, gender is a construct. But yeah, I don't think it really matters like what ethnicity or race or where a person is from. Like, you're gonna have bad people, or people who are trying to take advantage of you, you know, anywhere. Yeah, that was just some things that are on my heart just from starting my channel and introducing Ian to it, and some of the comments that I've seen that, you know, it made me think, like, you know, well, why am I with him? Am I with him because, like, you know, I always want to check myself. Like, let me make sure I'm not, like, fetishizing his culture, which I'm definitely not. Or that I feel like I can't date or be with black men or anything like that. So I made sure I went down, like, one by one, and when I received a comment, like, checked myself to make sure, like, because it could also be something that I'm putting out there, you know. If I'm giving off the appearance that that's what I'm doing, then people may come to that conclusion. So I've been trying to work on that and make sure I'm not giving off any type of, like, oh, I love Asian men so much and that's all I want for my life, and, like, no, that's not it. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Definitely comment down below what you think of this subject. I know a lot of interracial couples on YouTube have touched on these things, and I also wanted to as well, because I feel like it's just a learning experience for everyone to put out, like, you know, why we're doing this, and it's not for you know, YouTube money, because I'm not making YouTube money. I'm definitely not dating an Asian dude to try to get YouTube money. Like, it's not a thing. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys real soon.